The Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Maves and the Garavogue Bar. If anything, I can take solace in the fact that we'll be in the house in time, that if I do pass away between now and then, we'll be able to have the wake there. I'll be in the lovely front room.
Well, we bother telling that what we're talking about there. Could you want to
We're
talk
talking about my lovely builder, Trevor, sort of hinting at me.
Yeah. You're about to hear the most builder thing ever said.
Well, I'm trying to remember how he did it. I basically said something along the lines of, are we still on track to get in for Christmas? And then he kind of went, January. Who said that?
So you know the way they'd be there saying, "Geez, I never said Christmas."
Yeah.
No. Who said Christmas?
Who said Christmas?
No,
January.
that apprentice is
January.
gone now.
Who said that?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he said.
You won't find it now. January and February. I find is a lovely time to move in. Do you know? Actually, the best time to move in really is St. Patrick's Day.
March.
In or around St. Patrick's. Great buzz.
Like I did say last year, it'd be great to be in for the festival.
Yeah, and sometimes you're better off going on your summer holidays and coming back to the house then. So why not leave it till July?
Mark, I didn't last week at the very end. I said there was something else I meant to say to you, and it had escaped me at the time.
Yeah.
Christ above, we're in decision mode at the moment.
Well, what happened?
I'm having to decide. Well, we're having to decide so many things.
Well, you have until January to decide. Anyway.
I know.
Don't
I have
worry
way
about
longer now. But like, what floors? So I'm learning all about tiles and engineered wood floors.
Okay.
The big thing today was the kitchen.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out where to put the dishwasher so it wouldn't get in the way of the bins.
But that surely is a load of shite. And I explained this to you why that's a load of shite now.
Right.
We had parents, okay? Still have, you might say. Right? Okay, so they didn't have any of those modern commodities.
I don't know.
Right?
Yeah. They didn't.
No, they didn't until the late 90s, early noughties.
That's true.
In what was called the Celtic Tiger.
Yeah.
Okay? And during the Celtic Tiger, in all of these old houses that we all grew up in, they just fit stuff wherever the fuck it fit.
That's right.
Didn't they though? Like your father'd come back and say, "Come here, I was down in Gunnings Electrical there. I'm after getting a dryer." But there's no, well, it's in the shed now.
It's in the shed. That's what
honest to God, like, isn't that so true?
Yeah, true.
So we're all looking for these perfectly built houses where everything is like, you know, when you watch the films and there's a mother who's cooking and she closes the drawer with her arse and then she flicks out of the cupboard here and then she pulls it down. Yeah. But that's not how we grew up though.
It's not how we grew up.
What happened to us?
But
really?
that's exactly where I want Laura's arse to be.
The kitchen.
I'm designing a kitchen so that she can close everything with her arse. So I spent an hour with fair play to Sarah Jane in IKEA kitchens.
Yeah.
She would through the design again this evening.
She shaped it up.
She
well. Shaped the kitchen around Laura's arse.
We were sitting there talking about Laura's arse.
Yeah.
And I just happened to say, I said, right, do you know where the dishwasher is there now? If you have the dishwasher open and you're putting away the dishes, I said, how do we work when the knives and forks drawer, which comes out to the left of it?
Yeah.
And then Sarah Jane looked at him and went, yeah, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, but...
And then she said, hold on now, I'll move the dishwasher over to the other side.
Okay.
She did that then and said, perfect, now we have a perfect arc of cleaning
Yeah,
dishes.
but then there's something else over the other side probably.
But no, the other problem then is when you're coming in with your dinner from the sitting room where you normally eat your dinner and you want to scrape off the bits you didn't manage to eat into the bin, which is now under the sink because we know where else to put it. Okay. So and then you kick in that drawer and then you have to rinse it and it's just...
I know, because there's always been that problem. But again... That was just something for a father to do. So do you know whenever, like, because sometimes
we
at
never
home...
had a dishwasher.
Yeah, but sometimes at home you'd have nothing to be given out about.
Yeah. True.
And that's not good for a relationship,
no.
I find. So whenever you put a dishwasher in underneath one of the cupboards, right, and then you found out that the top drawer, you couldn't open that while the thing was open and it'd be jarring. And
that would happen to us in a couple of months' time.
Yeah, but... It gave him something to give out about.
That is true.
Do you know what I mean?
But I don't want to, you know me.
You don't want something
to give out about.
You
know the way I do me. I want to get it right first time.
I don't know, but you have to allow then for modern technology, because in 20 years then there'll be no such thing as a dishwasher.
Imagine in 20 years' time, what would we thinking having a space for a dishwasher? We didn't need that at all.
I know, yeah.
We now have self-washing dishes.
And the other thing as well I've learned is that like tumble dryers and I mean even tumble dryer technology is moving on, Ray. You don't have to have a big hole in the wall in the mower.
No, you don't.
Do you know?
Yeah.
You can have one that just lets, I don't know where it goes. It farts up into the atmosphere or something.
Yeah.
So,
sorry anyway. Yeah,
so it's all moving on, but we didn't have this. Now we're building these perfect homes. Mm-hmm. But there was nothing perfect about any home we ever grew up in.
Toilets.
Yeah, you can shite.
Have you any idea how much toilet selection is out there?
And you might as well be shiting the one you wear.
No, but if you actually try, we went into a number of toilet dispensers today, places that sell toilets, and we had a good sit on a lot of them. And your arse knows straight away it's the wrong size.
Does it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there is certainly,
They're getting smaller.
But if you go into a pub, Well, hey, your arse is getting bigger.
My arse has never been the biggest thing in my world.
That's so true, actually. You have a tiny
lovely little tiny cute little arse.
Yeah.
And I was sitting on them going, it's not. Some of them come kind of roundy, some kind of square.
They call Ray, they nickname him the IKEA furniture.
What's that?
You flat packed.
Flat pack.
Whole flat pack, make Andrew to call him.
Well, I couldn't get over the fact, me and Laura at the moment I would like the old school traditional toilet.
Yeah.
You know, the one with that you see in like an old place.
Yeah, no bells and whistles.
With a cistern and then the yoke at the bottom, but it has all the bits underneath that are really hard to clean.
Yeah.
Because loads of curves and dips and all.
And it's only every 3 or 4 years you look and go, fuck.
And there's a pipe then, you can see the pipe going out.
You can see the pipe going out.
Laura has a completely different idea. These young ones.
She has it built into the wall.
She wants it completely
in the wall.
Taken to the wall. Yeah. So that it's literally straight down from the toilet seat.
Yeah. Laura, why don't you try and grow up in Roscommon or Mayo for a second? Just for 1 second.
Well, she said to me, if you want an old school toilet, she said, you'll be cleaning it. And she said, I'll be waking you up on a Sunday morning and your parents coming that afternoon. I will be telling you I'm not cleaning that because I told you from the start.
And putting the marigold on it.
I'm not,
Yeah, but what they can't see, that's what drives me mad about women as well, amongst other things. What they can't see, don't be worrying about it. Nicola just be saying to me, will you lift up that couch?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no,
it's fine.
Will you leave it alone, will you? Do you know, like there'll be no one seeing that for a couple of years. No one, as David Duke said on his TikTok, there's no one going, let me have a look under your couch there and see what it's like. Let me have a look
behind the cornicing.
Yeah, like they're not doing that.
They're not.
But the toilet thing as well is toilet technology has come a long way, Ray.
It has. Apparently it's all about the button flush now.
No, but I mean the button flush, Ray, that was Celtic Tiger though.
It was, but I still like a lever.
You like the lever flush.
The two of us love a lever and we're looking at them and literally a man in BTW said to me, we don't do them anymore. We're not allowed to sell them, he said, because of water conservation. Yeah,
but you know what the water conservation thing is? An absolute waste of time. Right, button flush.
It's not enough sometimes.
Finally, someone's going to break the mold here on the button flush.
Not enough.
I'm going to whistle blow.
Okay.
If you'll pardon the put, because sometimes whistle with a mouthful of weed bits is what you might do in there. Anyway, I'm going to whistle blow the button flush. There's a pair of buttons. There's a big button and then a little button inside.
That's right.
And if you ask any gentleman around the country, they'll say to you, one of them is a long flush in case you have an awful yoke. Yeah. And one of them is a water conservative flush that you just press.
For a pee.
A load of pudding. Because I press them in every bar up and down this town and both of them do the same flush.
They do. Now, you don't press the two of them together, like.
Oh, shite. No, I'm joking. Both of them do the same flush, regardless.
No, they don't. Ray. One is a half flush. For the
half flush be home.
It's a quick one, yeah.
That's not a half flush. One not a half flush.
My problem is the full flush on the button put. The cisterns just aren't big enough.
Yeah.
You need 6 solid litres of water flying down that there to get rid of some of the stuff that is happening.
Some of the stuff that does come out to me.
You can't be wasting your time with 3 and 4 litres.
No, but we don't. All of our houses, we're lever flushers, Ray.
Yeah, they're lovely.
I mean, you might call us old-fashioned. Like, excuse me now, Ray.
Classy.
I'm not trying to conserve a whole lot of water whenever I'm going on the lever flush. I have to move this camera ever so slightly. Hang on. No, I'll just go this way.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I'm just worried about your arm coming in top of it. Anyway, the other thing I want to talk about toilet technology is it goes farther than the button flush.
Okay.
It goes way deeper than that, Ray.
Right, it goes right to the top.
If you go to Japan, right?
Yeah.
In Japan, they have developed toilets that would talk to you.
Talking toilets?
Yeah.
Right.
They have toilets that'll wipe your hole.
Lovely. Well, do they actually contact your arse?
No, you have a full
what
direct
comes up?
line to your
arse. Is it a hand? Is it a hand that just comes up out of the thing? Ooh,
they have
like
what the French developed.
Oh, yeah. A bidet.
A bidet.
Okay.
Right? So they have an in-house bidet.
Oh, it shoots. It shoots the water.
Yeah, an old shooty toilet.
You know,
right?
a couple of squirt guns built into the toilet.
Yeah,
and
exactly
5 young fellas pressing them as needed.
You can bang on a wee drop of fucking Neil Diamond or something on them as well. You can.
Why Neil Diamond?
Just because it's easy going.
Yeah.
Well, you can put on it if you want that. You don't have to be Neil Diamond.
Yeah. It's a wonderful experience.
Like you can put on it if you want, Bon Jovi, whatever.
Okay, halfway there, John.
There's 100. Yeah, you're halfway there now. Don't taper it.
Don't cut it off.
And you are living out of prayer because sometimes you're going, oh God, please, God, please now.
Imagine
please.
if...
It's the only time you ever pray. I keep saying it. It's the only time. I'm not devout.
I've never prayed in the toilet.
No, it's the only time I ever pray.
Really?
I'm not devout. I'm not going into detail because we talk too much about this. But last week I was a wee bit sick and for 4 hours... By the time the 4th hour hit, I was just skin and bone. There was nothing left.
This is what children do. They bring home loads of doses.
Honestly, that's what it must have been. Yeah. But it was only 4 hours long. I came out then, no more than fucking himself coming out at least the Sunday to go, I am back amongst the world again. But for that 4 hours, I was in a...
Touch and go.
Yeah, no, I was nothing touching Ray. I was fucking up like this. Oh, Jesus, oh, Jesus. Oh. Anyway, but that's the only time I ever pray. I've actually praying going, please let this end. Please let this end. Anyway, back to the Japan toilets. Yeah. So a Japan toilet does everything for you. You can press all kinds of buttons. It'll turn the lights off inside in the room. It'll sing lovely notes to you.
Yeah.
And it'll choose the bidet up your hole.
Yeah.
But here's the idea with the bidet as well. Everyone who uses a bidet says, oh, you'll never go back. You'll never, ever go back. And it's just unreal. It's better for the environment and all that because you're not using paper. Yeah. And I say, what do you do with your wet arse afterwards, though? And they go, oh, well, you'd wipe it then. Like, you'd wipe. And I'm, well, what's the point then?
Ah, God. Fairness, probably taking the work out of it.
Do you know but is it I do, though? I don't know, wet arse. Like, this is the real. I've never used a bidet, right? Yeah.
But me neither. Andy Clark used to have one, and I just used to look at it.
No, like the thought of an old wet arse, like, you know, they had them in Spain when I first went to Spain. Full Celtic Tiger now. First went to Spain, but sure, we were six in an Irish Western family. We had no interest. We were all afraid. We were afraid of it.
You were using the wrong one.
The old fella said, that's the oral. That's good now. I'll use that now for the rest of the week. But we were afraid of it. Like, we can't be using technology like that.
Can you imagine if they put the Japan toilets in all the pubs in town?
Oh, but they'd be in, if you'll pardon the pun.
They
would not.
Yeah. Imagine if, like, in a student venue, you put in, like, a full suite of Japan toilets.
Oh.
So, yeah, first of all, the lads won't be sitting down a lot. So it'll only be the girls that really experience it.
But the other thing is, well, you could have a toilet pissing back at you. This thing's actually fighting back at me. There'll be boys in there locked drunk going, hey, this thing is fighting back.
Giving out to the staff. Drunks have to piss back a bit.
Yeah, I said me piss in it. What is it, a recycling toilet or something? Just have to send the piss back right at me again. Yeah. So, but the toilet technology has moved on something fierce. But my point being is that in typical Irish fashion, amongst the middle class, I might say now, Ray, the middle and upper class, not that I'm putting you in a category, but we were never built for all this stuff, okay? And what happened in the Celtic Tiger is, Tommy Tiernan had a great bit about it with the skiing and stuff, but it was so true. During the Celtic Tiger, we got involved in stuff we should have never been involved in at all, because we're paupers. You know,
we shouldn't have a choice in the toilet. We should be, there's the toilet that everybody gets.
We had 800 years of pauperism, okay? And we came out of it then swinging Big Mickey, doing every drug, spending all the pound in the world.
And rightly so.
Because we had to celebrate something. But the thing is, we're not built for it, though. We're not built for these modern commodities, really. We're actually very simple folk. And, I mean, a great example of it is bucks who buy big cars or new cars, or bucks who buy big houses and new houses. And they should be as miserable as the day they were born.
That's true.
Because it's inherent, Ray.
But they say that the happiest people in Ireland, or in the world for that matter, is the person who's literally living in the 3-bed semi-detached.
Okay, yeah, well, why am I miserable?
And they're earning enough to get by, and everything is grand.
Yeah, like sometimes you do want, like, we all get an awful buzz. Brendan's after walking in. We all get an awful buzz for like, technological commodities and all that kind of crap.
Like a Japan toilet.
Yeah, but
I would love it.
Like a Japan toilet. Yeah. But I guarantee you the buzz of a Japan toilet will go a week in. You'd be going.
And if there's faults with it, imagine if you had to bring that to a garage. And trying to plug in the computer and see what's wrong with it. You know,
there's a pipe blocked you.
The DPF is gone. The DPF is blocked. Yeah.
The DPF
there now. Yeah. Imagine if you had NCT the toilet.
The deep poo filter. The DPF.
Imagine if you had NCT the toilet on like every year.
It failed at the threads.
The toilets I have to get a new toilet now.
Yeah. No, I'm not putting it through again. No
toilet safety, big in Ireland.
But the thing is, we're just not. It's just not us.
No.
Is it really though?
No.
Like, I guarantee you'll set the house up lovely.
Well,
this is it. You'll set the house up lovely, but technological advancement in Ireland should have stopped at the television.
Yeah.
Because we got a hold of the television. First of all, we got a hold of the radio, right?
Good times.
We listened to Muhammad Ali fighting George Foreman and go,
well, not we.
You better, will you? But we are as a people, Ray. Yeah. Excuse me for being cultural.
Sorry.
And then we got the television then. 70s, 80s maybe, was it?
Yeah.
Right? And we kind of, ever since then, we've all just been watching the television, haven't we?
Yeah.
We haven't changed in 60 years, 50, 60 years. We all still just sit down and watch the television. And there's been huge advancements since then.
There's less and less of us watching the actual television channels.
Well, that's very true. I was only saying this to Nicola last night. I can't remember the last time I watched the show. Bar the Tracers, like. Yeah. That's why the Tracers grabbed me. I was like, oh, I'll watch the show, like. Yeah. But in terms of live sport and all that, like, we kind of stopped. And that's the other thing as well. Even with live sports and stuff, even though it's moved on, there's nothing like going to see these people run around on a field.
Yeah.
And no one does it better than the Irish, Ray. No. Excuse me for being proud of my culture.
Yeah, you get over it.
You're going off getting Japanese toilets given out, then you can't put a dishwasher.
I didn't get a Japanese.
Well, you like the old-fashioned one, actually.
Sandringham 21, you know?
Yeah, actually, I jumped at you there, but you actually like the old-fashioned toilet.
I wanted the old-fashioned toilet.
But you're trying to design the kitchen. Fire it in there in the years to come.
Yeah.
And let your father give out about it then.
Okay.
Or you be the fellow who gives out about it then.
Thanks very much. My mother already gave out about it. I said we were getting brush brass sink tap.
You kind of brushed past that there again. We said, what did you call it?
A brush brass sink tap.
What does that mean?
It's brass. It's like a brass colour.
Ray, would you get a stainless steel job? An old basin.
My mother immediately looked at me with complete and utter horror. She said, "Is not stainless steel?" And I said, "No, we're getting brush brass in a white sink." And she's like, "That's a disgrace.
That is a disgrace.
You'll never keep that. That won't be kept clean. That's terrible."
I said she got sick.
Yeah, she did. She was disgusted with me.
She started heaving.
Yeah, she did, yeah.
But again, you see, and I'm glad for you. And this isn't just begrudgery because I can't afford any of this stuff.
But you can.
No, but actually
I just told you there's a lovely house for sale up in Cartron. Brendan will confirm, number 1 sea view.
It's for sale
absolutely beautiful. Like you literally look out the bedroom window or the front window of it, and it's the sea. You can see the sea view on Sea View.
But the thing is, it's up there now for two. It's up for 239. Is
Brendan can't see the sea. He's waiting in the back.
Oh yeah, but he's in the old paupers version of it.
In the peasants area.
So the peasants area.
Yeah.
But
it's right.
It's up for 239.
It's up for 239. It's right beside the shop.
So what do you think it's going to go for?
Oh, 400.
Yeah.
So like, and then it'll still cost 200 quid, 200,000 just to rejig it.
Yeah. Now, but the other thing is there as well, and not to keep going back into this, but you might have been right there though.
Oh.
Because I started jumping down your neck buying all these nice things.
I'm not saying nice things. I'm saying necessary things.
There's nothing necessary about brass, Ray. Stainless steel has done this for a long time, and even though it's rusted on bands up and down this country, that doesn't matter though, because the fact that it adds character.
If I put any brushed brass into the house, we are notions. Is that the way you're saying it?
Ah, of course you have notions of it. Brushed brass.
Yeah.
I've never even heard about it till now. Not so hope, man. Brass is meant for a band.
So I need to talk to Laura, and we need to go back to chrome.
Back to the old stainless steel.
Silvery.
You know, whenever the hot water hits us, right, and you can hear it like compacting or whatever.
Yeah.
It makes a big pong noise. Pong. You're like, that's a good sing. No.
Okay.
It's under pressure from the hot water.
I need to talk
that's
to
what
her.
you want.
Because the last thing I want is a situation where my friends come into that house, next Christmas.
Oh, I'd be sneering.
And sneer at us.
Yeah, I'll be sneering all over the place.
Where are they going with all their brush brass?
Would you look
and
at
it's
that?
Cheap owl.
Ray,
yeah.
You see that there now?
Yeah.
Ray told me that was Persian. They're fucking hitting me.
Right.
Do you not think you get no laminate?
Okay,
but anyway, what I'm doing there to you now, even though I meant to do it, so I wasn't doing it as a joke, is I was being the begrudger. Which is another wonderful Irish trait that we have. So, and even though I don't mean it in a bad way, it makes me feel better.
But then
I get to go home and say, Ray was on about all this stuff.
I have to put in then the brush brass so that you can.
So I feel better about myself.
So you can come in and begrudge.
This is called. It was in the Lion King, Raymond.
Community service.
Community service is way better than the circle of life.
Circle of life.
But we're all making this country work.
Yeah.
All of us.
We all do our bit.
In Ireland, we need some people, not all of them.
Yeah.
Some people to have money. Yeah. So that we can then sneer at them.
Yeah.
And then give out about them and then feel better about ourselves.
Okay.
And go home and say, but at least we love each other. And then go, maybe that's true.
Let's get a takeaway.
Might be true. Let's get a takeaway.
Yeah.
And 1570, like for an old shredded chicken and chip out of Panda.
Is it nice?
You know what? You can if they gave me plastic or brush brass cutlery, I'd still ace it.
You should ace
and
it.
that should tell you an awful lot more about you.
I must look into these shredded chickens. I had a go on me the last day as I was driving to Headford to purchase a couch.
Oh yeah.
A second-hand couch that we had.
Now you're back down to life.
Now we're back down to life.
Yeah.
As I was down there, I was going, I'd love an old Chinese, so I must get into one of them. Oh shredded chicken.
Lord, shredded chicken, Ray. Jeez, you won't know yourself if you ate that. Anyway, any other crack? You're not going to be in for ages then?
No, not for ages.
I'll never get to see this house, will I?
Have you news, or will I go straight into all the other things?
I haven't been in news. I've just a little bit up in the air is all.
What's wrong with you, Mark?
Not really. I'm.
Talk to me.
Okay. So obviously, as you know now, I am a massive businessman in this town.
Yeah, you have a company.
I have everything that all the big, massive businessmen in this town have, except for the equity. Yes. But that's not important in business, really.
But you're a businessman now, and things are going well.
I'm still a businessman. Yeah. I don't have that. I don't have a big website either, Brett.
You have an Instagram.
I have an Instagram page, and I have a logo. I did it on Canva.
Marvelous.
Canva at $9.99 a month. Anyway, so I'm getting more and more into it now as an employee of myself.
Yeah.
I've gone, I better start looking out for that lovely employee I have with the big, massive old
personality,
heart and everything. Yeah. Come here. I want to tell you a joke before I do that as well. Sorry, no, but will you remind me where I was? How do you make Kendy have a 12-inch Mickey?
I don't know. How do you make Kendy have a 12-inch Mickey?
You fold it in half.
Cheer that. That's terrible now.
Isn't that brilliant? Anyway, so what was I talking about again?
Yeah, big pair of personalities you're looking for in a staff member.
Oh yeah, So I have been wondering about pensions.
Ah, wow, you're really flying it.
But obviously in the last 10 years of my self-employment,
yeah.
I have contributed fuck all, but
0.
something. No, but I mean, like nothing, like literally nothing. But it does enable you to get some sort of a state pension for a finish.
Well, you'll get
no, you'll be living in poverty, but you'll get some sort of a state pension.
You won't have brushed brass taps.
What the fuck, man? I won't have a tap. Won't be able to wash myself, right?
Yeah.
However, now I'm at the stage now where I am in my mid-30s, and I'm going, well, now is the time, Kendy, to start maybe looking into private pensions.
Yeah.
And that's where I come to you.
Oh,
because you're so knowledgeable on all of this stuff.
Not really, but go on.
No, but let's hash it out then between the two of us.
I'm ready.
Am I right in saying when you go with a private pension, you're literally just investing money? That's all you're doing.
Yeah.
Like when you give it to an investment fund.
I'm giving a lad 50 quid a fortnight.
Yeah, but come here, he's only down the town. You're not supposed to be giving that. He's going into Boyle Sports. It is investment.
Yeah, no, and he's telling me then that the 50 quid I give him a fortnight, €25 a week.
That's not much now.
No, it's not.
That's a very small investment.
It is, but you have to remember as well, I'm a public servant, so that
I forgot you have a huge pension already.
Top up of the existing pension. Again, brush brass, stainless.
Even my old one, was a public servant as well, like. And
so she knows.
No, she worked her tits off.
But apparently the 50 quid is 83 when he goes in to put it into whatever.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so he says to you, that'll be 83 now because we're after investing in this up and coming thing.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about what they've invested
after
in.
tax relief or something that becomes 83. Your 50 becomes 83.
But I thought what happens is you put in £50.
Yeah.
And they put it into the couple of €1 million pot that they have already.
Yeah.
And that couple of €1 million pot is after buying Southampton.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Football club.
Or it's paying for most of the guns that Israel are using.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but even so, like, I know I hope not, but that's what I mean, though.
Yeah.
So it's investing in businesses.
You. Yeah.
So really all you're doing is gambling with a private pension fund.
It is.
Because it could cripple.
Oh, no, well, I mean, if we had a similar situation to what's happening in Ukraine at the moment, which is, a very large aggressor has invaded and whatnot, if you got enough of that war stuff, your private pension would be
through the roof.
You'd be ringing.
The other way you mean.
You'd be ringing a phone number and no one will answer.
Yeah, I know.
So all the money that you put into it, that's gone now.
Yeah. So I want to tell you a story about someone as well who, and I definitely won't say a name because it was definitely said in confidence. But anyway, they had worked for a huge businessman in Ireland.
Okay.
One of the biggest. Okay, but don't say the name.
Yeah.
One of the biggest. Right. Alan Clark. No, it's not. Yeah. So anyway, they'd worked for him for years and years and years. During Celtic Tiger, kind of post Celtic Tiger, I went bushed.
Yeah.
But he had invested a once-off 50 grand in these apartments that they were going. Another company was going.
This is your friend.
Yeah. No, his father.
So his father's the big businessman.
No, his father worked for the big businessman.
Okay, his dad. So
So he invested 50 grand. He was like, "I'm just letting you know this is a once-off investment opportunity," which is quite similar.
The
to
big businessman said.
Yeah.
And then this fella's
he says,
father
I'm working with this other company across in Lithuania.
Right.
They're going building a heap of apartments. Okay. You won't find it now. So the apartments are flying up and everyone's taking them. Just don't look at Ballastadair, they said. Don't worry about Ballastadair, they said. Nothing happened out there at all, don't worry. Anyway, 50 grand down the toilet, lost it.
Oh.
Like, that's it.
Right.
So a pension can be like that as well.
Yes.
Technically,
if it's managed badly,
Yeah, but who are we trusting to manage them then?
Very trustworthy people.
Hang on now a minute, very trustworthy people. Because I've seen money come and go. Are they as trustworthy as the banks were when everything collapsed? Do you know what I mean? Like, they didn't know. Like,
no, truth be told, you're very much dependent. Like, the lad I was chatting to about me 50 quid.
Yeah.
Like, I'm putting an
I loved what you were saying. Come here, where are those 10 fivers I gave you?
The 10 fivers I invested with this lad, right? His name, I can't, he's named after, he's the same name as a Dubliner. The only remaining living Dubliner.
Ah, Jesus,
right?
Ray. Okay.
So, and I said to him, "You're not in two, mate." He said, "No, I'm not. Completely different fella." But he said, "I'll take your 10 fivers and I'll invest it." I'm investing a huge amount of trust in that man.
Yeah.
That in 23 years' time,
that will come to fruition.
That he's done enough to make sure that comes to fruition. Because it surely not be him. Because if he's
but
one of the
what if he
Dubliners,
doesn't?
he'd be dead.
But what if he doesn't?
What if it doesn't?
Does he just go? So sure.
That's what happens.
So really, what you're saying is, Mark, you can either do a pension, or you can head down there.
It's a gamble.
You can head down to Boyle Sports,
now
and put 1,000 on a horse.
There is the 1,000 on the horse. Yeah, sure, that'll work, but it might not either.
It will work. I'm doing it.
A lot of people have put money into pensions, and it has all worked out. So there's a precedent there. People have done this, and the world has been stable enough that 23 years later, the 10 fivers they've been investing every fortnight has worked out to be an extra 19 grand a year for them for perpetuity.
So you don't know. And can you back out of it at any stage and take your money?
Yes. It's going to be smaller though.
No, but I mean, he can say it to you now. So can he say it to you? I hope people are enjoying this, by the way. I hope people no, because a lot of people my age, genuinely. Yeah. So, not to get too fucking political. This isn't even political. We're kind of we're like the guinea pigs for what the new world is going to be, my generation. And the reason I say that is there was always a precedent of generations before us that you got this job and then it was either a private pension or a public pension, okay? And the fella got it, right? And the mother stayed at home and she minded all them kids
closing
or whatever.
Things with her arse.
Or else closing things with her arse.
Yeah.
Or even just the generation just before me they still got pensions and stuff. Yeah. But work has changed so much since then. And there's people my age now who do not. They talk about it on the radio.
Private pensions.
We have not taken out private pensions. And people have started private pensions in generations before us at the age of 21, 22. Yeah. Whereas now we've lost 15 years on that race.
There's something happening with the government at the minute. They're enrolling everybody.
They're also enrolling people
into like this wonderful pension.
Yeah, but how wonderful is that pension?
You couldn't tell you because 23 years from now we'll see how 10.
Yeah, no, and the thing is you can opt out of it, I think, after a year.
Yeah.
That's the other thing I wanted to know. Do I now have to do it myself because I have to be auto-enrolled now, obviously?
I don't know.
I presume. But anyway.
Why didn't you tell me? I would have schooled up on this and given you...
I know, I should have, yeah. Brendan knows a lady who's a genius at this in town.
So we might get her on. That would be...
Let's get her on. I'd love to get someone on who would explain this to us. I am going to be 34
next week.
If I
had €1 for every time we've talked about getting someone on to explain something, i.e. solar panels, pensions...
No, hang on now a minute.
I'd have a great pension at this point.
No, but the solar panels I couldn't give a shit about. I prefer that they're magic.
Okay.
You know? No, seriously.
We're going to line up a pension.
And the reason I'm saying that, seriously is, I guarantee there's people out there listening who are my age who do not have a private pension.
You drinking that?
I am drinking that. Have you finished already?
Yeah, I'm going to start bringing 3 tins.
You're such an alky bastard. Like.
No, I'm just really
I'm trying to talk to you about pensions and you're a smelly alky. A junky alky bastard.
I had a Boost bar in the car on the way over, and I was thirsty.
Give it off a thirst.
That's twice now I've come over here and had a Boost bar. Not even a full Boost.
Anyway.
It was a half. It was
you only had the half Boost.
You know the variety.
Oh, like a small Boost. Yeah, I'm sick to death of 4 packs of Boost, and you're like, oh, you had 4 of them, and then you realise you're not a fat pig, Mark, because they're tiny.
They're tiny.
So don't be worried about it.
Anyway, you want to
call yourself. Anyway, yeah, that's the point I'm trying to make. I met a financial advisor one time.
To
talk about this.
How long ago?
3 years ago.
And what did you do about it?
Nothing after that.
Okay.
I met him once. I think we got pregnant with Ali. And I was like, fucking...
You, him, and Nicola.
yeah, the 3 of us went in. So we don't know which one of us it was. It could be...
It was a big investment.
Any network could have... Oh, big. There was a huge withdrawal. Massive deposit put
down.
An
unsuccessful withdrawal.
A huge deposit.
Liquid assets. And now you have 2 children. So
I said, I better check this, but I never did anything about it.
Yeah.
But he told me, Mark, at your age now you have a choice. He said, it's no skin off my tits what you do. That was his exact words. I thought, unprofessional, but okay.
Also using your very own vernacular.
Yes, yeah. I was like, how did you know? I love that kind of speak. So he said there's like 5 stages you can invest in. You can go hot and heavy straight away.
I was asked these questions for my 10-5.
What do you want to do?
I went hot and heavy.
Did you?
I did. I said, God, buy all the arms in Israel.
Yeah. No, because... But that's because you're of an age now where you might as well go hell for like... Because if you go too easy, then you'll have nothing really ready to go. You know? So they're saying, we have these real sketchy businesses.
You're pure sketchy.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So they're going, you can invest in the safe stuff.
Yeah.
How are you going?
Yeah. Water.
Smith's Toy Store.
Electricity.
Yeah, the stuff that's been there for 100 years.
Yeah.
Or they can be like, come here, there's a company in Athenry and they reckon they can make the wings of a plane better than anyone in the world. Yeah. And it's 2 brothers and they're in the garage.
And there's also a company in Tuam that are doing sex robots.
Yeah, and they reckon it.
And they reckon massive market.
They reckon once they can figure out the smell, they're going to be it's going to be on. Right, so
why the smell is so important? Well, we all know. It has to smell like it.
They said they're going to try and subtract it. They're trying to get the fish balance right, and once they can sort the smell prop, and then they're in the market then. So that's like the real sketchy investment, but like the payoff would be huge because you got in early, like so you get a lot more shares.
Pardon the pun.
You got in very early. They can get out just as quick. And no one knew you were there at all.
Sure.
So. But anyway, I'd love to know more about it because I am at the stage now where I have to decide.
You have 10-5.
Because by the time I hit 65, right? Mm-hmm. Or 69.
You'll be still gigging.
I'll be still gigging, right?
Yeah.
And Ali and Layla will be going, come here, I need money for, I have to get a deposit on my first apartment. Yeah. And I'd be like, I have nothing for you.
But you look at Brian McDermott, that man's 69 years of age, he's still gigging.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah, and he looks older than that as well, which is crazy. He looks old. I don't want to be gigging into my 70s, like. Yeah. But this is also the life that I've done this since I was a kid. I'm going to be doing this, like, probably, or some version of it, But I'd like to have some class of pound.
And have you had another? What we'll do is we get this lady in. Do you want a consultation with the lady and to see how much?
I'd love for her to just talk us through what it means.
It's real simple. When you think about pensions, you've really summed it up. You've done a very good job not researching anything and still coming to the same conclusion as you needed to come to.
You might as well go to Boyd Sports.
No. You don't need, you literally, if you can afford 10 fivers every fortnight, that will be taken by some reputable gentleman by the name of Sheehan.
I hate when you say reputable.
Reputable gentleman by the name of Sheehan.
He's obviously reputable.
He's a reputable Sheehan gentleman.
Yeah.
He takes your 10 fivers and he puts them wherever you want them. So you want to go safe, and sketchy, or pure sketchy.
Yeah.
And literally, you make that decision, and he'll stick it wherever you tell him to stick it. Right? And that's how Ali came along. All right? But bottom
Sorry,
line,
Brendan, go on, love. What have you said?
No, but she said, absolutely, she said.
Well, he's asked her already.
She said, I'm up for it as long as it's a bit of crack.
She said, I'm up for it as long as it's a bit of crack. So we are going to get a pension lady on.
Yep.
I hope that you're not annoyed that we've done that. I would be delighted to be talked through that kind of stuff. You know the way the pair of Johnnies do be getting prison officers and stuff in?
No, they'd be playing prisons and getting 25 grand for doing it.
Yeah, they got paid. And do you know what? It's a disgrace that they made money. Do you know what people give out about this stuff? Isn't that awful that they got paid?
It was the best bit of advertising the prison service had in a long time.
If the prison service came to us and said, lads, we'll give you money, I'd be like, yeah, of course you will. I'm not getting them.
Would you do 500?
Yeah, we have this idea in Ireland as well that you can't be making money. I don't know. We're fucking very bad.
Brendan, what's the lady's name? Helena Boland is coming in.
From IQ Financial.
Yeah, pension special.
Lovely.
That's great.
But you know what the problem with pension people is as well? Sorry now, we lay the pensions at this. They are clearly salespeople too.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to get on to Helena about this now. I'm going to drive her hard now.
They're making...
They're
making big pound.
I'm going to be like Vincent Brown to her.
Okay.
What's you on about, Helena? Helena, love. What's Tom about?
Let's talk about.
You're
robbing everyone. These common people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that to them? No, but they have to be salespeople, but there has to be something in it for them, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? So they have to... I used to do a lot of work with a thing called Pensions Week that was ran out of Dublin.
You think you would have learned something?
I did. I learned loads. I learned that I was scared shitless that I didn't have one. That's what I learned. Because I learned that they're trying to sell them too.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm so sorry. I'm probably wrecking everyone's heads.
It's all right.
I'm a stupid pig with no money.
It's okay.
I have an equity to my name. I have a house.
Next week.
I haven't fucking paid off the car
next week
yet.
we'll get you sorted.
Yeah, hopefully she'd have it done.
She'd have it sorted.
She better come with a bag of money. That's all I'm saying.
Why would she come with a bag of money?
Tell her come. Because I need to know how reputable she is, Raybo.
You need to come with 10 fivers.
I want her to come with a cartoon bag of money.
You know what?
You don't like with the money sign on it.
No, she needs to come in and go, I'm going to name 3 people that I took 10 fivers off for 23 years and now they have 19 grand a year.
Yeah. 19 grand a year though as a pension. Is that good?
It's not too bad. It's better than 12.
Well, it's better than 18 as well, I think.
Yeah, but 12
What other numbers is it better than?
No, but 12 is your average. 12, 13,000 at the moment. That's your old age pension.
Is it tits?
Yeah.
But sure, you'd be dead in the ditch on £12,000. That's the fucking... That's the rock and roll.
Yeah, but you're not...
The rock and roll is more than 12.
You're not supposed to depend on the standard pension.
But I'm 34. This is where the panic sets in. Helena, can we get her in now? Because I'm panicking massive.
A week is too late.
Ring her and tell her bring a brown bag like a blow into because I'm about to have a panic attack. It's so panicky when they tell you. They tell you. It's outrageous. They're telling you, if you don't sort your life out now, Kendy, 12 grand a year. Yeah. And with the way that people are living now, if I work till I'm 68, I won't be dead till I'm 102. And I'd have to live on 12 grand a year between that time. That is so scary.
They've actually announced that they've just figured out how to rewind the clock on mice, so I have a good feeling you're probably going to get 110, 115.
Well, fucking set me in a trap break because I'm fucking honest to God. I'm sorry now. Anyway, I'm panicked now for the rest of this episode.
See, can Helena call in before the end of the episode? See, can we swing that?
We have her live here, lads.
So, I don't know where to go from that.
I'm sorry, I fucking came out hot there now.
You did.
Sorry, go on, Ray. You must have news anyway.
I have little bits.
Okay, go on.
Sensors in cars. Mm-hmm. You can't knock someone down anymore.
It did a thundering disgrace. Do you know what I mean?
Only dawned on me the last day.
You can't even roll anyone over.
There was you see movies, and there'd be lads in movies, they'd be well able to knock someone down if they didn't like them.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Now,
A car now will stop you doing it.
But the only thing I'd
modern
say
car.
is, though, that if you're doing the proper speed, like you are in the films when you're trying to knock down the bad guy or whatever, if you're doing the proper speed, by the time it starts beeping,
well, can you imagine how
he's
movies,
on the third floor.
Like, movies need to change now at this point because there's no one. And not only that, the car just veers away from the person.
Actually, that's the other thing as well with the Teslas and all of them things as well. Or a lot of them have self-stopping.
Yeah.
Self-stopping.
Which I don't enjoy at all.
Excuse me, I'll press my brake when I'm good and ready. I was trying to scare the shit out of Eileen, who crossed the road when she shouldn't have. And you won't let me.
You won't let me
do it. That's the problem now. But a lot of those self-stoppers, again, like a car can't stop going 60 miles an hour, like just stop.
And it's very annoying as well when you cross the line. You know, just a little bit.
Yeah.
You take your eye off the road for just a second to cross the line. All of a sudden it corrects you.
I had a Tiguan pull me back into lane before when I fell asleep. I thought it was a disgrace. I said, excuse me, if I want to fall asleep on the M4 on the way home.
If I want to die on the way home, I fucking will.
And the Tiguan pulled me back into the lane. And I said, you know what? Hadn't AI taken over now?
Carl's Mulhern has bought a car that now drives him home from the gig while he sits there and sleeps.
He's in the boot with the gear.
Yeah.
So, can you tell me how self-driving these cars are now?
Well, apparently, according to Carl, this yoke that he's bought is a Kia, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's a Kia.
Yeah.
I hope it's Kia.
You have a Kia as well, don't you?
Anyway, it's got to the point now where there's so much automation in it that he can put on the cruise control, but he can also put on the self-driving on the motorway.
Yeah.
And he just sits back, folds the arm and listens to a podcast.
But come here now. You shouldn't do that though.
But I think that's what it's set up to do.
But didn't Tesla put a thing in their car where you have to touch the wheel every 20 minutes because...
I didn't know that.
Because you'd fall asleep.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you'd fall asleep, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you had beeps at him every so often to throw the hand up on top of the wheel.
Throw the hand up.
No, but it is mad though that's the way it's gone. Yeah. Like, again, Ali and Layla, will they be driving at all?
No. They will not. Not in the hope.
So let's say if you're a
15 years from now, there'll be no one driving cars.
So if you're a driving instructor in Sligo,
you're fucked.
No, but are you of an age where it doesn't matter that by the time it happens you can kind of
well, if he's 10
retire.
fivers given into Helena,
that he might be all right. No, honestly though, but Brendan, I mean, not that I know you can't talk to no mic here, but surely have you in the last while, we'll say, panicked that, oh Jesus, like especially with automatic cars now and then these automated cars, why eventually Ireland's going to wake up and realise we shouldn't be driving manual cars anymore and let's just all start driving automatics and then these self-driving cars and you'll be out in your tits.
But it's alright, he's 69 himself there now, he'll be fine.
He has the head of a 69-year-old, alright.
I want to talk about a similar situation where me and my father have had frustrating situations happen to us.
What happened?
So again, going back to the getting bits of the house, I had to get MDF paneling for the bathroom.
For anyone who doesn't know what that is, I'll just explain it properly here. It's wood. So you put wood into the house, and it's in a panel shape.
It's a panel of wood.
That's what MDF stands for.
What does MDF stand for?
It doesn't matter. What were you saying there? Sorry. Come on. I don't want to hold you up too much longer.
I'm not going to say the builder's provider in Ballina. I'm not going to name them.
Okay.
I think it's important not to.
But can you name a Dubliner that they're named after though or something instead?
Maybe a guitar player that played with Tin Lizzy at the very end of their career.
Ah, Jesus Christ. Am I okay?
Anyway, builder's provider in Ballina. I looked up their details online and they said they're open from 9 to 6.
Right.
I land in there after work of an evening, call it a Tuesday, at about 20 to 6.
Yeah.
I go all the way back to the trade counter, at which point I'm met by a gentleman who said, I'm very sorry, but the lads do go home at 5:30.
No.
Right?
Yeah. Wouldn't it drive you up the wall? Cafes are like that as well.
Can't get anything now. It's a 96, but the lads at the trade counter, they finish at 5:30.
Yeah.
So I'm going, right, so I'll come back tomorrow. So I land back tomorrow. Again, I come out with my lunch. I'm working, man. Come out with my lunch. I land up there about 1:15. Again, it's 9 to 6 on the working hours. I walk through the shop area where they're selling all the nice things, you know, the bits and bobs for Christmas and whatnot. Walk back to the trade
where
counter.
the old women do be looking.
Trade counter, all the shutters are down. I go, what the hell's going on here?
They're on lunch.
I walk back up and I ask the lady behind the counter, I said, what's the story with the trade counter? They close between 1 and 2 for lunch.
Oh my God. It's impossible to get anyone right.
I was never as furious and normal. I said, why to do that? And she said, I'm sorry, sugar. She said, I'm sorry, it's not my... I'm sorry, sugar, it's not my department. She was from
Alabama, this woman.
Not my department.
I'm sorry, sugar.
I'm sorry, sugar, it's not my department.
Isn't that unreal?
She was very assertive with me. I then had to leave with the tail between my legs.
Twice he tried to buy MDF.
Twice. I have to go back in now again tomorrow. At an appropriate time, apparently.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, or not tomorrow, you want to say something?
No, I'm just bulling, that's all.
I'm bulling too.
I'm absolutely bulling.
I went home bulling and I said to my father, I said, I'm so thick, said builder provider. And he said, Jesus Christ, 43 years ago when we were building this house, Mikey Joe McHale rang me just before lunch and he said, I need a bag of cement. And he says, I'll go get that, my father said. He went down to said builders providers. He walked in at 1:45 because they got off at 1:45 on their lunch break. So he got there maybe 7 minutes to 1.
Yeah.
You won behind the counter, printed off the docket for the bag of cement.
Yeah.
And he went round to the yard to get the docket, get the cement. And your mum was closing the door. Sorry. This is 43 years ago. The same builders providers.
Same fella as well.
Same fella was closing up for lunch. And he says, but I have the docket. Sorry, you'll have to come back after 2.
Oh, not outrageous what they'll be doing.
But isn't it? Now, a part of me was also going, this is old Ireland.
It is.
Surviving into the modern future, in that there's still a place that does all these things, that did the same thing 43 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
And I asked Dad, how did he feel when that happened? He said, I was absolutely bulling. And I said, isn't that mad now, me and you finally have something in common?
Yeah. No.
After all these years.
But there is a problem with places being unmercifully unwelcoming.
Oh, yeah, mercifully unwelcoming.
You know that big jolly gentleman who talks about like businesses on my TikTok page? Have you seen my TikTok? Yeah. He goes, sometimes the fucking
Rory,
Coca-Cola, you fucking go into these restaurants to buy a Coca-Cola, they don't have a fucking Coca-Cola. That gentleman.
Yeah, I know the book. He wears very tremendous suits.
He does. Yeah. He's a big jolly gentleman. Sutherland,
gentleman.
I think his name is.
Yeah.
Rory Sutherland.
Mighty man.
Great fella.
Yeah.
He talked about cafes.
Yeah.
Who close at 3:00.
Yeah.
And you go in at 2:30 and they've all the chairs up on the...
Oh, yeah, and they're mopping the floor.
Yeah. And you're like, that is the most unwelcoming thing in the world. Because you walk in going, oh, they don't want me here. Yeah. Oh, they don't want me here. But it's open, like.
Yeah.
And you feel like you're putting them out by giving them the money.
Yeah.
It drives me
I will give credit
mad.
to Harvey Norman. I landed in there trying to get an old pair of stuff the last night.
Yeah,
and
they're just down the back.
I landed
€89 for a pair of stuff.
I landed in and I was at 5 to 8 and they were closing at 8 o'clock.
Sorry, can we just get people to guess what you were buying? Anyone out there, don't say a word like, what is a pair of stuff in Ray's head?
Pair of stuff in Harvey Norman.
Okay, it's in there 5 days.
Well, the reason I called it a pair of stuff is because this whole podcast so far has been accusing me of my notions.
It's
and
something.
I didn't want to admit the pair of stuff I was buying.
Oh, Lord, above it.
Because I thought to myself, you and your brass taps and your pair of stuff.
Yeah.
So
it's that'll give you a clue.
5 to 8, going in and get the pair of stuff.
Yeah.
And the bouncer says, because
how much have you drank?
There's a lad that opens the remote door. He said, don't be too long now, the cashiers are cashing out.
Yeah.
I said, no bother at all. But he didn't say good luck to you.
Yeah.
So in I went and down to the back and I said, I'm just here for a pair of stuff. There was sound.
Yeah.
They were lovely. I said, do you want a warranty on that? There was no panic at all. They were chatting to me about the different types of stuff I could get, the different price points and whatnot.
They said instead of a pair of stuff, you could get a lump of stuff.
You get a lump of stuff and you can get a free lead with the lump of stuff.
You get a free lead with the lump of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you could get an awful size of stuff.
Yeah. So I have to give credit where credit is due to Harvey's Norman. They kept me ticking over till about 15 minutes past 8.
But there is though, because like we're already inherently guilty as people, you know. There's nothing worse than feeling guilty going into to keep a business going. I felt so
guilty going into Harvey's Norman at that time.
Yeah, I know, but we can't help it. Like, we just say sorry to everything. Yeah. But then when you're meant to feel like you should be saying sorry then, it means you won't go back. Doesn't it mean you won't go back?
Yeah.
If I was in town now and finished at 2:30 every day, or whatever, 3:30, 4:30, let's call 4:30, and a cafe in town closes at 5, and my first day at work, I said, every day I go home, I'm going to get in a wee fucking muffin now in here.
Yeah.
And I went in the first day and it looked like they were closing
or
up.
Or a cortado.
Or a cortado.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be a cortado. Which, by the way,
is a bag of shite.
Is this?
It is. Dwayne Gallagher told me abroad in Spain, cortados are mighty.
Yeah, but you only said that because of the missus, though.
No.
Trying to keep her happy.
Do you know what a cortado is? A cortado is if someone else bought a coffee, drank 3/4 of it, and left it there behind them, and you literally got what was left in the cup. A cortado is what's left over from someone else.
And they dropped their bag into it.
And I made a stupid mistake. I bought a slice of cake with a cortado. I had to ask German Sarah for a sup of her coffee. And she had a chow sai, something or other, Mikado, something or other. Had just a fucking cake coffee.
I had never heard of it before. He wouldn't stop going on about it. In Spain.
Well, cortado is literally the end of someone else's coffee. That's what a cortado is. Spanish for end of someone else's coffee. Anyway, you went into at 4:30 into the coffee.
Oh yeah, so I'm going to buy a muffin here every day, and I went in and they were like closing up and sweeping, and I would then be going, I'm not going to come back in here.
No, it's not very welcoming.
Yeah, it's not very welcoming. No. I'm sorry now that you're all trying to get the place cleaned up and everything, but you have to stay open until your opening hours say so. And if you work in that building suppliers, if that's what you call yourselves. Be open when you say you're open.
Be open when you say you're open. Or change it online.
Change it online because people, You could be in Cashel
Yeah. I could drive.
and you could say, I could drive now to Ballina.
Yeah.
Leave everyone at home, kids crying in the whole lot, going, I need to get this MDF now, like, and go down, and it might not be open, like.
Yeah.
The fuck? What is wrong with people?
Yeah.
You're playing with our hearts and our souls.
Wait to hear the worst case of playing with our hearts and our souls.
I'm going to lose the head now.
I
in a
know,
second.
this is it now.
This is it now. I'm going to
on
lose
Wednesday
the head.
morning, on Tuesday morning, the builder rang me at like 10 o'clock and says, I need a shower tray by 12. So he gave me 2 hours to get the shower tray for our house.
What the fuck is this Die Hard 4? Why the fuck? What the fuck? 2 hours before the bomb goes off.
He says the plumber is going to be available for a small window today. If you don't have this shower tray by 12 o'clock, the plumber won't be back for 3
If you don't have this shower tray, it'll be next Christmas before you're in the house.
Before you're in the house. So I rang around 47 shower tray suppliers, and none of them had the one I needed.
Hello, Mickey Shower Tray Fashions.
Anyway,
I don't have any. Hello, Daniel Shower Tray Fashions.
Yeah, well, fair play to everybody. For the 37 or 8 people I did talk to that morning, they were very obliging. Like,
yeah.
And I have to say the competition between right price trials depots. Them Sligo fellas, they wouldn't have it. They wouldn't know their arse.
They're like the AIBs. Yeah. I don't know what are they doing down that other branch?
The Castlebar right price style. Yeah. They're very defamatory when it comes to
the
Sligo lads.
They think there's nothing going on.
Oh, just young fellas.
They've only young fellas up in Sligo. They're hiring them from the college, you see.
But I ended up then, so I didn't get it by 12 o'clock, so I had to go on Wednesday morning then up to Blanchardstown to collect one from a warehouse.
Up to Dublin.
So I left it at like 4:30, 5 o'clock.
I'd hate that. In the day? In the morning?
In the morning.
Oh, that's awful. Up to Dublin. Just to collect a shower tray.
And I know for anyone's wondering, a 1600 by 800, they're a hard one to get. Most people don't keep them in stock.
For anyone who doesn't know, that's double one side and then it's twice as long as it is wide.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a square.
She's not a square. This now again, think of
I
all your houses.
now.
No, sorry now. Think of all your houses growing up. How many? We had a lovely square shower. We didn't have a shower, lads, until 2019. 2019,
no, it's for showering 2 people. I'm trying to save water, and I want me and Laura to be in there together. So
of course you do, you Dutch perverts. But I'm telling you, lads, we didn't have a shower until 2020 or 2019.
I stopped in Ballinlack, and I don't mind mentioning these now.
No.
Ballinlack filling station. We have said on multiple occasions on this podcast that Ballinlack is the king of filling stations.
It is. If you can get back across the road again, it is, yeah.
If you can, without getting crashed.
Yeah.
Which I have.
It's an awful place to go across
I
the
went
road.
in that morning and I said 3 sausage rolls is all I want.
Yeah.
We have no sausage rolls.
What the fuck? I mean, what is this? Soviet
Russia?
Never
before in my life.
Has a
I wouldn't mind if it was a shop in Killala.
Yeah.
Where they might have forgotten to order them. Yeah. But for the king of filling stations in Ballinlack, literally Ireland's finest filling station, to turn around to tell it to me at 7 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday, we have no sausage rolls.
Sorry, I didn't know it was West Berlin back in the day. Sorry, no, like. We're locked up in our own country. Isn't that outrageous?
It was outrageous. I had to have what do you call the other yolks?
This country's gone to shit. I'm sorry now to start roaring and
shouting.
What
do you call with the ham and the cheese?
A jamboon.
A jamboon. I had to have jamboon instead.
Well, there's nothing wrong with a jamboon either.
It was.
But if you don't want a jamboon.
I didn't want a jamboon.
Most people want now a sausage roll.
I wanted 3
If I turned to Ali Kendy or Nicola Kendy and told them there was no sausage rolls, I'd be they'd be going, well, you better find another shop then. So, the 2 of them.
Yeah.
You better find another shop then. So,
at this point of the podcast, I think it's important to shout out. I spent the weekend hanging out with podcast fans.
Did you?
And I'd like to start by on the Saturday night, the Atlantic played in Mullingar.
Yeah, in the Chambers of Mullingar. What a gig that was.
Wonderful spot. Almighty. I was there only for the sake of, I decided to do some charity work and accompany you in a sound capacity.
Yeah, we got, what it is there was a brand new desk purchased.
There was a
desk that needed to be broken in. So Derek Oram, friend of the podcast, stood in Ray's shoes. While Ray had the capacity to just sit down and make sure it sounded nice.
And I wasn't doing that at all because I ended up meeting Jamie and Aisling and Gemma, who are 2 podcast fans.
I didn't meet Gemma.
And their friend Gemma, and she had no interest in you.
Oh, good.
But she is also a Taylor Swift tribute. So if anyone's looking for a Taylor Swift tribute, the podcast now has a contact in that regard.
No way.
She also does ABBA and Adele. She does all the...
Does she, yeah?
But anyway, Aisling...
She also does Robbie Williams, Joe Dolan... Big Tom.
Jamie and Aisling were the most wonderful people ever. Jamie's a plumber, very good fella to know.
No,
and that's
he
why
could have got you a tray.
I was reminded there about the sausage rolls. He said sausage rolls were a disaster. Why would anyone eat them? They're a disaster.
Now, if you get them at the right fresh point, you can eat them without dropping a crumb.
Really?
Yeah, but if you leave them till 2 in the day, then you might as well take off all your clothes and eat them in the bath because they're fucking going everywhere. Yeah. When I do see Nicola and Ali break them out in the car in the afternoon, I go, well, I have to hoover this down straight away again after this.
I didn't tell you this on the way home, but Aisling works for and I hope to God now nobody hears this, but I have to get a quote for Laura's
insurance.
I really shouldn't be saying this. For Laura's insurance this week. Yeah, it's a stroke.
Stroke.
So Aisling says to me, now, first of all, do it online, she said.
Strokes are legal in Ireland.
Secondly, she said, because I have to take out a policy because in fairness to them, they had lovely customer service and it was much cheaper than the crowd I was with, which was Red Click. I love Red Click. They are the original Liberty, original Quinn Insurance.
That's
Quinn
right.
Direct.
Yeah.
So I wanted to stay with Red Click, but your man said to me, I'm sorry, we can't do it any less than what we've told you, which is mad money.
Yeah.
So I went with and then Aisling said, are you getting herself's stuff? And I said, yes, I am. Do it online first, she said. Secondly, make sure you tell them you have another policy so you get a discount for that. So 10% for doing it online, 10% for the multi-policy discount, right? Then she said, don't forget now, tell them that I'm your first cousin. That's a 20% family and friends discount.
Okay, so
I actually probably have to cut this out.
You have to cut that out, yeah.
Yeah.
We can block the name of the insurance company.
Block the name of the insurance company.
Yeah.
No, I probably can't because I've said Aisling's name. But you look at everybody. Let everybody know. People don't know her surname, so it's not like they're going to get it.
No. We can just block the name of the insurance company. Okay. Surely.
Yeah, surely we can do
that. Covers it.
Yeah. And 100%. Then after that, then she said, make sure you tell them your and give them your membership number.
You can't say that either, because then they'll know that that's linked to the company.
That whole section's gone.
I can't wait to have to edit that now later. No, because I still want to do the shout out to her, for doing that. Yeah. That's really nice.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of beeps there now, but
loads of beeps.
Ultimately, Laura's going to work out more her money.
Let's beat that as well. God almighty.
You'd wonder how much it is.
No, stop saying that. You can't say that either. It's so hard.
Anyway.
It's so hard to edit. It's cheaper to get car insurance as a driving instructor.
Of course it is, because you're supposed to know how to drive.
Yeah, but you're the only one. You're the only one not driving your car.
Oh yeah.
Sure, everyone else is driving your car.
Yeah.
But they have their own. But anyway, sorry, Jamie.
Fair play to Jamie and Aisling.
Two of the sweetest people.
Also, Mark Mulligan, Shauna, and Andrew.
Yeah.
I went out for dinner with them on Friday night. You were supposed to come.
Oh, that's right.
You didn't come, but you joined us later.
I did join you later for a couple of pints.
Americans over in Sligo
spending
huge amounts of money in restaurants buying me spaghetti bolognese and
did they pay for us?
They did.
I should have went down.
You should have went down.
What could anyway? I didn't know that now. No, fair play to them. It was brilliant. It's great seeing them again.
You know your man Terry on the TikToks? That the sorry, it's a bit ambiguous. Terry the solicitor. He does the TikTok videos about
the fella who's like,
the baldy-haired fella.
I'm sorry now to tell you this, but you know your man who said to him the other week, come here, my neighbour said I'm an awful bollocks.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Can I sue him for defamation?
Can I sue him for defamation? And
I thought this was a very interesting case.
It's brilliant because he took it serious and it's also teaching you about the law.
It is. So say, for example,
you have to prove you're not an awful bollocks.
I call you an awful bollocks.
Yeah, and I sue you for defamation.
And but now you have to prove that you're not a bollocks.
I have to say, Ray's wrong. Ray's wrong. I'm not an awful bollocks.
But I bring in all the witnesses to say you are.
Yeah.
And the judge goes, "Jeez, he is.
He is an awful bollocks."
That's not defamation.
Yeah.
And then you have to pay for the legal costs.
Yeah, and then it's on me then for being an awful bollocks.
Yeah, and then legally you're an awful bollocks.
Yeah, and then I get a plaque that says Mark Kendy, an awful bollocks.
I just say fair play to Terry.
But I love how straight he kept that question.
Yeah, he did, Jay.
He was like, well, I'll talk you through the ideas of being called an awful bollocks if that's what you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though the comment was clearly tongue in cheek, like.
Yeah.
He's brilliant though. Now. He's brilliant. Yeah.
So we got through the no sausage rolls. We got the cortado. We got the calling you an awful bollocks. Knocking people down on the sensors in the cars.
Yeah.
Told you the story about Dad and the building providers. And finally, I'm down to one last thing where I have to apologise to Owen Rowe.
Right.
You might remember last week I tried to sell tickets to Paul Smith.
You did, yeah.
And I said they were front row tickets. Where they fuck? They were front row of the tier as it starts rising in the three arena. So Owen had texted me in fairness and he said, come here, I'll take them tickets, front row tickets, I'd love that. And he gave me the £100 I had asked for. And he then replied after that and said, by the way, it's not front row, it's the front of the tiers.
Oh my God.
So I just gave him the €100 back and I was disgusted with myself. And then Laura was disgusted with me.
Yeah.
So you're after wasting an awful pile of money now on a gig you didn't go to.
So I'm glad.
I'm very sorry, Owen.
Yeah, but whatever about Owen.
I hope the gig was okay.
Did he go, yeah?
I'm sure he did, yeah.
Anyway, whatever about Owen, I couldn't give a shit about Owen.
I know, you do.
I don't care about him whatsoever. I don't care whatsoever. I'm so happy that me and you didn't go.
Why?
Because you wouldn't have checked.
Oh, but it would have been good crack at the podcast.
No, the only reason I would have went, because I don't like Paul Smith.
Yeah, it would have been because it was
I would have been like, I'll go because we're in the front row and it might be a bit of crack. And I would have then landed to a city I don't like, to a gig I don't want to be at, in a seat that I didn't think I was going to be in. And then
no one didn't come back to us yet, so that his silence is
it's deafening.
notable. It's deafening.
God almighty, like it's not for me. The Paul Schmidt. I get that he's good.
I love the crowd work.
Yeah, I get that he's good at the crowd work.
Crowd work is mighty.
But like the other thing about Paul Schmidt is he would look at us two and go, "Oh, that's nice that those two flutes." You know what I mean? Like he's not going to think we're brilliant either. No, but you're allowed to have opinions on people, so stop jumping down my neck.
You are. I haven't said anything. That's all my stuff, I think. We're going to finish up the podcast today with a Brendan's bits.
That's an awful left field thing to do. Go on. Yeah.
And he actually only just sent it.
Go on.
No, wait a minute.
I did send it before, but there's a snapshot. Make it easier for you.
Oh yeah, but we talked about this last week.
Women.
Yeah, women are happier without kids and without men. We've talked about this.
We talked about that about 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, we've done Brendan's.
Brendan.
We're up to date.
Brendan.
That's ridiculous.
The thing with your bits is they're as old.
They're as old as could be.
Here's some of the oldest bits going.
He's some of the oldest. We're 69.
And he's so bad now that he's forgetting about his own bits.
He's forgetting that he's ended
and then he's spotting them again and going, geez, they're brilliant bits.
They're brilliant bits.
And I'm going, Brendan, I've seen your bits before. And you're pulling them out again to show me. God almighty.
What's that, episode 305?
Episode 305, lads. And, do you know, that's all the crack. The other thing I would say is the Alan Clark show on the 20th of December.
Yeah.
In the TF. Yeah. Where the Atlanta are going to be the house band. There's still tickets available for that.
Yeah.
Go to Big News Coming Soon podcast. Yeah. And you can get them. We're all going to be there.
Yeah, my two sisters bought tickets.
On the stage.
Yeah.
It's going to be unbelievable.
My two sisters bought tickets. So that's two people that I know in the crowd.
There we go. That's all you need to know.
That's all you need.
The rest of it. So do that. So anyway, that's kind of the crack. Brendan, fair play to you for coming in with your bits. And Ray, fair play to me.
And fair play to me.
Good luck.
Good luck. The Kendy and Raybo podcast, sponsored by Maeve's Cozy Front Lounge and the Caravo.